Yo, what's up guys? Old School Danny here, and guess what I have here? Dynamic Muscle Building by Steve Reeves. This is the one I originally bought. I did not get this one for free, and it's not expensive. It's like this was like a $35 book. I think Building the Classic Physique was like 25 bucks. I'll leave a link in the description so that way you're not getting scammed by just paying $100 for some freaking good ass book. Even though it's probably worth that. Anyways, but yeah, let me move this over a little bit, that way you can get a full view. Alright, so I'm going to show you a couple pages. It's mostly about training, not really much about his diet or anything like that. So right here, you have let me take this tag off. Right here, you have a beginner's program, and he has a lot of these. You get 4 programs in here. You have the beginner program, then you have the intermediate, and then you have the advanced, and after the advanced, I think you have the Mr. America routine. So yeah, that's what's in here real quick, and then I'll show you. You see, you got your first advanced routine. See, this picture like this, I start to believe that Steve Reeves is natural, like really legit natural, because he doesn't look that big in this picture. This picture looks obviously achievable, and if people are saying that, oh look, Frank Zane's physique is obviously achievable, then why isn't Steve Reeves? You know, it's an interesting point. Let me show us what I have here. All right, so right here, yeah, this is what I meant. I have the Mr. America and Mr. Universe training program. So it talks about how he warmed up, training logic, training the deltoids, the sequence he would use, which is deltoids, chest, his most logical sequence on how to train, full body, of course. See right here, you got the Mr. America routine. I'm doing that a little bit. See Reeves doing the Reeves deadlift right there. So yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. Mostly just about his training. And this is the picture I was talking about, how it's like, these are the guys, this is the Mr. Universe contest. Now, how in hell are you gonna tell me those guys weren't natural? Look at these guys. These guys look freaking small. I mean, Steve Reeves, obviously, and Reg Park both look really, I think that's Reg Park. They look really good, but look at the guys next to him. The guy all the way to the right. He looks freaking small. There's no way he could be on steroids. And if he is, that guy freaking sucks in. So yeah. Let me zoom out a little bit. So yeah, let me zoom out. Right here he talks about his training principles. Full contraction, full extension. Let me zoom in real quick. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to work. There you go. Full contraction, full extension, all muscle groups trained 8 to 12 reps, except calves. Every set is performed all out. Drink a lot of water while training. Each workout should not exceed 2.5 hours. So a lot of the stuff is pretty much relevant to what Leroy Colbert says. See, every chapter, I mean, every body part has its own chapter. So like, there's a chapter for like chest, back, legs, arms. And he also gives you his most productive arm routine, which I'm about to show you later on in this video. So right here, talks about an intermediate workout for your chest. He talks about an advanced, a beginner's workout, how many sets. He literally goes into like deep detail about training, how to train each body part. Unlike the Building the Classic Physique, which is more like an outline for like Symmetry, I think, and his diet, of course. This is more like it's all just training. That's all it is. It's kind of like the Wild Physique, but Steve Reeves version. Alright, so here we go. Bigger and better arms, so his arm workout. Zombie curl, the triceps, curl behind the neck, something Larry Scott did. We also, some more pictures. Let me show you back here what I wanted to show you. See, this is part right here that says, there's also, not like it's like a seminar, but where they start asking Steve Reeves questions and he just answers them. Stuff about how does he brush his teeth, how does he sleep, where does he sleep, does he sleep with the pillow behind his back, what does he use to brush his teeth, quit with some weird, like literally weird questions like that. Like, so here, let me zoom in a little bit. He talks about what's wrong with training 6 days a week. I'm often asked, because he talks about how guys are just using steroids as guys for that routine is the guy for using for that the split routine is the guy for the guy who's on steroids. Now this is something very similar that Leroy Colbert said. So I mean, it's like now you're not just hearing it from one source. you're hearing it from two sources now. So now I feel like you're starting to believe now that the split routines for guys who are on the juice, which I do believe. And he talks about everything, your training schedule, how to train, what to do, how to follow something. See, it says his most productive arm routine. I'll zoom into that. You guys can screenshot that if you want. Don't care. So yeah, screenshot that if you want. I was gonna wait a couple of days to make this video, but I was like, why not, man? I'm not gonna hold back. Just put it out there. So that's the way I do things. Just put it out there, right? Just do it. Just do it. All right, so let me zoom out. Let me show you what else is in this book. So yeah, it's a pretty good book if you want just more of his like training stuff. It's not much of a diet book, but it's just a lot of like exercises like that he liked to do and exercises that he thinks you should do too. Like it's got beginner routines, advanced routines, stuff like that. See, this is part I was talking about. Part 5, talking bodybuilding with early interview with Steve Reeves, posing questions. Like let me see a couple questions. Let me zoom in a little bit. What is your height, age, Steve Reeves? I was 23 years old in January. I am 6 feet. I weigh about 220 pounds. What are your major measurements? I don't really measure myself. How many hours do you sleep? From 8 to 10 hours. What time do you usually fall asleep? Around 10 p.m. How do you sleep? I sleep on a back without a pillow. What shoe do you put on the first foot in the morning? The one closest to me, I suppose. You have wonderful teeth, Steve. You must take excellent care of them. Yes, I brush my teeth 3 to 4 times a day, after meal and before retiring. I have every tooth in my mouth. Excuse me. I have every tooth in my mouth and not one cavity or filling. And he opened his mouth right here, and then I guess they started to look inside his mouth at admiration. His teeth are exceptionally even and as white as anyone would care to possess. He talks about what suits, how does he get his suits done, who makes his clothes. Yeah, just a lot of like random questions about this Steve Reeves. For lunch, I drink 1 quart of goat's milk, which I get fresh every day, and I also eat a handful of figs. I think at this point, Steve Reeves was on a ranch, and he says he squeezes his own orange juice. What else do we have in here? Talks about how he uses a juicer. Did he go to school? Once I finished high school, I also studied chiropractic. I brushed my teeth with baking soda and salt. And how does your diet and sleep? Oh yeah, there's also another one I want to show you. It's pretty interesting. I also made a video about this. Have you ever seen if you don't, this is very possible. How I gained 19 pounds in 2 weeks. So, if you've ever seen my Arthur Jones video about layoffs, you're supposed to take a week off of training just to like let your muscles recover. And this is very simple how this happened. You see, he took a week off of training. No, not a week off. He actually took a year off of training, came back, gained muscle in 2 weeks. That's what we call muscle memory. And he got even bigger because they lay off, of course. If you're not understanding this, check out my Arthur Jones video. I'm on layoffs, and you totally understand why this happened, how this is possible to happen. But it's very possible for him to gain 19 pounds in 2 weeks. It's muscle memory, and of course, I mean, took such a long time off of training, he was able to build back new muscle, build muscle really fast. So yeah, how he gained 19 pounds in 2 weeks. How long was your layoff? More than a year. How much did he weigh before his layoff? 198 pounds. Excuse me, damn. An interview with Steve Reeves. So we got a lot of good stuff in here. If you really want to know more about Steve Reeves and like deep personal questions about him, or like just, you know, questions like that of training, maybe diet, this book has it. The Classic Physique, not so much. This is more like questions at him. Let's see. Is bodybuilding worth the effort? And also, if you've ever seen that thing on YouTube that says, let me zoom in right here. If you ever seen that, yeah, let me zoom in real quick. You know what I'm talking about. An open letter to Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you've ever seen, oh, let me freaking, damn it. If you've ever seen that YouTube video that says an open letter to Arnold Schwarzenegger from Steve Reeves, or if you've ever seen a Steve Reeves to Arnold letter, this is where it comes from. No, I've never met anybody that was able to confirm this to be true, but it is. It says the state of bodybuilding is in a crisis. Competitors are killing themselves, taking drugs, and they believe they need to win shows and ultimately count for nothing in either their careers or lives. I know you love the sport of bodybuilding as much as I do, because you grew up in an era where bodybuilding champion meant something. It shared heroic and noble images in your young mind of how a man could and should look, and how vibrant and vital such a man can be. You know, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but if you've ever seen that video about Steve Reeves to Arnold, this is true. I'm confirming this. It's been confirmed that this is legit. And if you ever found something on the internet, it's legit. This is where it comes from. This is a legit letter from Arnold to Steve. No, from Steve Reeves to Arnold. So that's been confirmed. Cool. Finally, huh? It talks about proportion and symmetry, how much you should weigh. I'm about 5'8" or 5'9", and I should weigh about 175 to 180 pounds. I'm around that weight right now. Oh, I'm around that weight right now. But anyways, yeah, a lot of good stuff in this book. Really cool. If you want to know more about his training, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not an affiliate. I do not sponsor Steve Reeves at all, but I did get one of his books for free. So it's like, dude, you gotta hook the homie up. At least, I mean, at least get like the shout out or something. But yeah, really good book if you want to know more about his training. I believe Steve Reeves is natural, definitely natural. All he talks about is just, in this book, it's just how you should train naturally. So yeah, check that out. It's not that expensive. It's like 35 bucks. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough, seeing the book, instead of just buying it and then like wondering what's inside the book and being disappointed. Not that you would be disappointed, because Steve Reeves makes good stuff. So yeah, if you haven't seen my other review, check out I'm a little sick. If you haven't seen my other review on building the classic physique, check that out before buying it. That way you can like know what you're getting. And I'll definitely be doing more book reviews. I'll be buying Frank Zane's Symmetry, Larry Scott's some of Larry Scott's stuff, Bill Pearl's book, some of Rich Park's stuff, and pretty much any old school bodybuilding book I can get my hands on from a legendary bodybuilder. Yeah. And also, I might be getting into Vince Gironda's stuff too. Something like the Wild Physique or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, like this video right now if you liked it. I'm sure you did. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, because I'll be definitely coming out with more tips and tricks from these books, from both dynamic muscle building and building the class physique. That way you can build a more symmetrical, beautiful physique without having to search for it like me. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is Old School Dan checking out. Peace.